Good afternoon, sisters. It's so good to be with you again. We are filming and we are presenting our preparedness video today. Our information will be given by my first counselor, Shanda Adams, and she is a registered nurse. She knows a lot about preparedness and a lot about preparing medications. She's going to have some great information for you today. Please listen and please be involved in preparing in this aspect. We know it'll be very helpful to you someday. So here's our Sister Adams.
All right. Thank you, Brenda. All right, a couple of weeks ago, as a Stake Relief Society presidency, we explained that we will be sharing Relief Society lessons twice a month and a monthly preparedness video. I have been asked to organize the preparedness video. So on the third Wednesday of each month, we will release a new video on a different topic of preparedness. As I mentioned in my message a couple weeks ago about Captain Moroni and the Nephites and the importance of being prepared for battle, we also need to be prepared for our own modern battles. I believe that as we are prepared, we will feel less anxiety and more peace. All right, so let's get started. As Brenda mentioned, I'm a registered nurse. I work in the emergency room presently, and I've been in the hospital for all of my career. I would like to speak to you today about medications and understanding your health. Now, don't tune out if you are one of those that doesn't take medication or you don't have any health problems. I need everyone to listen because probably all of us have loved ones that do take medications for their health issues. We need to be organized for ourselves and help our family members to do the same. So, Brenda, I'm going to have you come over and share with everyone these points. So the first point I want to make is I want you to list or write down or type out what medical conditions you have. List them all. Some people might have congestive heart failure, hypertension, diabetes, asthma, any of those things, write them down. If you don't know them, then you need to ask your doctor or ask family members so that you can list all of those. Important to know. Believe it or not, I come across a lot of people as I'm checking them in that they don't know what their health problems are. And some people have so many they just can't remember. So it's good to have it listed. Number 2, write down all the surgeries or procedures that you've had. If you remember the dates, great. If you don't, that's okay. How will you find this out? Again, talking to your different doctors, talking to your family members. You can even get it off records from the hospital. But it's always very helpful to know what procedures or surgeries you've had throughout the years. Again, some of you may have only had 1 or 2 surgeries, and some people have a lot more. Number 3, list all of your medications. List the dosages and how often you take them. When you stop taking a medication, cross it off the list. It is so helpful for your doctor, your hospital, and family members to know what you are taking. Number 4, write next to the medication what you are taking that medication for. Next to insulin, for example, next to insulin you might write diabetes, or your oral diabetic medication, you'll write diabetes. Next to maybe a blood thinner that you're taking, you might write down like a blood thinner medication such as Eliquis or warfarin or Coumadin. You might write down that it's for a blood clot, or you might write down that it was because of your heart bypass surgery. But writing down why you're taking that medication is important to know. And it's important for your family to also understand why you're taking that medication. Number 5, make multiple copies and give it to your family members. It's also helpful for doctors, it's helpful for the nurses, especially when you're going to the hospital, for us to know exactly what you're taking and why. And then number 6, take your medication as prescribed. And if possible, have a 90-day supply. Sometimes you can only get that month's supply, but if you can get that 90-day supply, when something like Corona happens, you know that you're gonna have at least 3 months. All right, technical difficulties, starting up again on point number 6. Take your medications as prescribed, and if possible, have a 90-day supply. Again, most people are able to have a month's supply, but if you can have that 3-month supply, then you're better prepared for if something happens like the coronavirus. Talk to your doctor's offices or pharmacies to see if you can have generic medications that might be cheaper, or discounted plans to help lower that cost. So those are things to look into, but if possible, try for that 90-day supply. Now, there's also over-the-counter medications that we get, and it's a good idea to stock up on maybe at least a 3 to 6 month supply of ibuprofen, Tylenol, allergy medication, bowel care, cold medication, etc. So look into those over-the-counter medications that are important to you. If you have this, okay, so with these over-the-counter medications, I remember during the coronavirus going to the ibuprofen aisle, and there was like 2 or 3 bottles on the shelf, and I have never seen that before. So it showed to me how important it is to have those medications that you need stocked up in your home so that you're prepared. Let me finish with having you focus on each step at a time. If you already have some of these things done, great. But then focus on the next thing, whether it's listing your medication, whether it's putting the reason why you're taking that medication, but just do one thing at a time. And if possible, try do that this month and see if you can get this all accomplished so that you're working on feeling more peaceful about having the medications and understanding your medical history. I value your experience. Please feel free to comment on any social media sites that this video might be posted on, or on your email, and share with your ward or the state things that have worked for you, whether it means how you got your 90-day supply of medications, or maybe how you listed your medical history, or how you listed your medications, how you got that out to your family. Whatever you want to share, I think you have a lot of valuable knowledge to share with all of the rest of us. When we are feeling good and managing our health, we feel better and hopefully have less doctor and hospital visits and get to enjoy other parts of our life even more. So I hope you're able to learn from this demonstration and are able to be more aware of your health, but also to involve your family, because your family can be good cheerleaders to help you have the medications that you need to feel better. And thank you for tuning in, and we will check back in with you next month with another topic on preparedness. Thank you.